What's up, creatives? Today I'm going to show you how to make your very own gradient chrome text just like this in Photoshop in 5 minutes or less. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is open up Photoshop. We're going to create a new document, and then I'm going to go 1920 by 1080 pixels at 72 resolution. Then I'm going to make a black background with my paint bucket tool. And then I'm going to flip my color back to white, and I'm going to select text. And then the font we're using is Ben Guat Pro. I'm probably saying that wrong. Ben Guat Pro ITC. It's an Adobe Typekit free font. It's actually the same font they used on Stranger Things title. So that's pretty cool. I like this font. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to type the word patience. And then I'm going to highlight by double clicking the text, and I'm going to go up here to the create warped text tool at the top of Photoshop, select that, go down to style and drop down to arc lower. So it's going to put you at plus 50 horizontal, and what we're going to want to do is slide this slider where it says bend to negative 25. Like that. And I know what you're saying, that looks really weird. So what we're going to do is select our text, and you're going to go right here to this vertical scale on this character tool. We'll go to vertical scale where it says 100%. We're going to bump that up to whatever looks good to me. I think 160, that looks pretty good. All right, I'm just gonna scale it up a little bit. Patience. Now you're going to go into your layers, double click your text layer, and we're going to go bevel and emboss. We're going to go inner bevel. We're gonna go smooth. We're gonna go depth 1000, and we're going to go direction up, size 8. Soften stays at 0. Our angle stay at 90 and 30 for the global light. And then for our gloss contour, we're not changing that. We're not changing the anti-aliased. We are going highlight mode screen. We're going to drop that down to about 45. And our shadow, we're going to change to multiply. And we're going to drop that down to about 30. And right now your text should be looking like this. I'm going to hit OK. Right click this text layer, and I'm going to convert to a smart object. That way we can always come back and we can make changes to the text. We can change what the word says, but we can add effects to it by converting it to a smart object. So I'm going to add a new layer on top, create a new layer, and we're going to right click clipping mask, and then we're going to go over here to gradient tool. We're going to select black, this regular one, and we're going to change this to black. Make sure that linear is selected. I had sphere selected, so make sure linear is selected, and that'll give you the line gradient. So right now it looks like this. Now I'm going to add a curves adjustment layer. So create new fill or adjustment layer is this little tool right here, and we're going to go curves. Then we're going to make a bunch of clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for now, and I'm going to drag this one up here, and I'm going to drag this one right here, and this one right here, and then I'm gonna make one more point here, drag that up there, drag this one right here. We're making a bunch of zigzags up and down, up and down. There, okay. All right, there we go. That's looking pretty good. So, you know, your word might look different. You can adjust all these little pin key points, and when you find out when it's the way you want it, then you can be done. I like that, so I'm going to stop there. And now last thing we're going to do is drop a gradient. I'm gonna hit right click this curved layer and go create clipping mask, just so it is only doing it to our font, not the whole image. And then we're gonna add another, create new fill or adjustment layer, and we're going to go gradient map. So that, and then we're going to right click that gradient map layer, and we're going to go create clipping mask. So then again, it's only applying it to our text. And we're going to go into gradient map, and let's start making a gradient map. So there's all these preset ones, blues, purples. I'm just going to go to purple and presets. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to add another key point by clicking underneath this bar. And I'm gonna make this darker, and then I'm going to add another one on this side. It's gonna be like a little bit lighter purple, almost like a white. Give it some highlights. So I can't see right now, so I'm gonna bring that over a little bit. There we go. It's looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna hit OK. And then I'm gonna go layer. I'm gonna double click my text layer, and I'm going to add an inner shadow. Yeah, that's just adding a little bit of something. Take it off, leave it on. So I have my settings at 577, opacity 66, and my blend mode is set to normal. Hit OK. And now, last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select all my layers, and then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go convert to smart object. And then I'm going to go filter, noise, add noise. And this is I'm going to slide this to the right. So I'm going to go right at about 7.16 and hit OK. So it gives you this nice gradient, or nice grainy look to it, which is pretty cool. So there you go. Chrome gradient, grainy looking text. It looks pretty sweet. That's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it helped you out. I can't wait to see what you guys create using this tutorial. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe. It means the world to me. Keep creating and keep sharing your art with the world.